We still have so many horror movies coming out this year, but let's talk about 15 of them. Guys, welcome back to the Ike World channel. In today's episode, I've got 15 horror movies still coming out this year that I want to talk about based off what I've seen from the trailer, read online, or we've just got maybe some rumors about. These 15 movies should be coming out this year, and I want to talk about basically my hype regarding these films. So I'm keeping it simple and small in this episode. We've got tickets purchased means I'm seeing it. I am so keen to see it. Tickets are purchased. I'm going to go watch it, and I'm going to see it this year. It's going to be a cinema experience. 50-50 is like I'm either going to see it or I'm not. I'm really not sure. I'm waiting for more details. I kind of want to see it, but it might be hard to see in Australia. I'm not sure just yet. And then Exit Cinema kind of speaks for itself. I'm not seeing this. This looks like a pile of garbage. I don't know why they made this. I don't want to waste my time. Which I've done plenty of times. We've all done. We see a movie and it turns out to be a pile of crap. I'm hoping none of these are, but you know, in terms of hype, we are gonna have to break it down. So let's start the video, but basically just a hype ranking this episode, and let's get to it. So first up, we've got Faces of Death. To my knowledge, this actually came out in only America. This is a North American horror movie that came out. It is a reboot. It's not come out in Australia. I hope eventually, let's say next year, it does come out because I am actually really keen to see this. I believe there's 5 or 6 of these that were made in the 70s or 80s, and they've decided to reboot it. That's pretty exciting. The trailer looks awesome. I'm honestly, it's a weird one with this one because I want to see it, but I think it's going to be hard to watch it. I would say tickets purchased, but we are talking about hype, so I will say tickets purchased actually. This one I am keen to see. I think it looks cool. It is about a girl that is a content creator, moderator, and she comes across a bunch of videos reproducing a film, and they are all death scenes, real life death scenes, and she investigates, and it goes completely wrong for her. It sounds really cool on paper, and from what I've seen, it looks like there is just a main serial killer kind of guy. It's a cool concept. I'm definitely keen to watch it. Next one, we've got Hokum. To my knowledge, this seems to be a horror writer visits like a old hotel in Ireland to scatter his parents' ashes, and really quickly, slowly but surely, finds out that the hotel is basically haunted by a witch. It looks cool. The trailer is definitely nothing we haven't seen before in terms of a property that's basically haunted. But it looks interesting, and I appreciate that there is a investigation kind of side to it, as well as Faces of Death. Our writer does seem to eventually find out that one of the staff go missing, and he attempts to look for them. Coming out May 1st, it looks pretty interesting. I've heard mixed reviews. People say it's fine or it's a little bit better. Honestly, that's all I need. The trailer looks cool. This will probably definitely arrive in cinemas, so I reckon I'll go see it. I'm keen. Next up, we've got Ice Cream Man, expected release August 7th. Directed by Eli Roth, which is a name in horror that we've all definitely heard before. I have seen the trailer for this one. It looks pretty cool. I reckon I'll find myself in cinemas watching this. Basically, we've got an ice cream man, sells ice cream to a bunch of kids, and they have some kind of... The ice cream or the ice cream man have an effect on the kids, and the kids basically all turn into a bunch of little psychopaths, and they they massacre the neighborhood essentially. So it looks like a gore fest. It'll probably be a bit intense at times, but I'm all for it. It sounds cool, looks cool, and I believe this is actually possibly another reboot. They've got an older movie. I know that there's comics of Ice Cream Man. It's definitely nothing new, but a new movie looks cool. Next up, we have Obsession coming out May 15th. I am really keen to see this one. I'm going to put it straight up on tickets purchased. I heard about this movie in 2025 with some really awesome reviews. This is basically about a guy that has this, I want to say, little branch of a willow tree, and he makes a wish and snaps it, and whatever that wish is, it comes true. In this movie, he has a deep crush on a girl, and he's too much of a loser to basically ask her out. For whatever reason, he's just too nervous and doesn't go for it. He makes the wish that this girl, his ultimate crush, falls in love with him, and he gets exactly everything he wants. But he finds out that, unfortunately, the wish has come at a dark and sinister price, and the girl becomes obsessed with him, and unfortunately, with obsession comes violence, and yeah, not exactly getting what he wants in the end. So then he's got to deal with that, and yeah, this is definitely something we've all probably seen or thought of in some kind of way, but we've never, to my knowledge, had a movie about it, and I really like the idea. I think it's really cool, and it's somewhat relatable. Like, we've all had that crush, and we've never probably gone for it before. We've not had a willow wishing tree, but the concept of basically wishing for your ideal person and then getting that, and it goes really well at the start. You find you've got pretty much everything you've ever wanted in this one person, and then not exactly getting what you wished for. I think it's a really cool idea, and I'm really keen to see this one when it arrives. So I'm definitely going to put it in tickets purchased. Again, I've heard really good things about this movie. Yeah. Next movie, we have Insidious, Out of the Further. I like the Insidious series. Blumhouse can be a little bit of a hit and miss, but these have been around for a while. The first Insidious is a bit of a cult classic in my eyes. The sequel I really liked, bit of a hot take, but I really enjoyed it. And I've seen a few of the other ones. This seems to be more of a prequel to the series, not following our main cast members. I have seen the trailer. This one gave me. I watched this in the dark, and I had my headset on, and it was up really loud, and I got plenty of chills watching this. So I think it'll pretty much be like any Insidious movie. Don't expect, the next big thing, but this does look really good in my opinion. So I do see myself seeing this. Obviously, we're pretty hyped up thus far, but there are some in here that I am going to put in these two. But Insidious Out of the Further, definitely I have to put in the top section of this tier list. Yeah. August 21st, release date. I am definitely seeing this in cinemas. Basically, we have a mum who has these supernatural kind of dreams, and she finds out she has the ability to bring back basically the dead from the underworld into society. So that's my way of explaining it, but that seems to be the general premise here. I think it's pretty cool because she has this ability and doesn't know how to control it. And she has a young daughter, and for herself and her daughter, it seems to go really wrong, and they become haunted by a bunch of demons. So it looks cool. I definitely recommend looking at the trailer if you want to look at something scary and get yourself hyped up for a horror film. Tickets purchased, easy. May 29th, Backrooms, or The Backrooms. It seems to be titled both ways. This, this again, tickets purchased. This is actually a video game. They've done it in a few different ways, but the general idea is basically you're in this, as they call it, the back rooms, and you're completely by yourself. It's a bunch of like office kind of settings with like damp lighting, and you're just in all these different rooms with odd shapes fitted together, and it's kind of like a maze. And you go into the back rooms and you're trying to find a way out, or where you are, you're trying to find something, someone, and you never do. And there is some kind of figure, that like distorted figure that like lives in the back rooms, and you got to make sure basically that it doesn't kill you. I don't know if they'll explore that in this film, but in this film, based off the trailer, it looks like there is a furniture kind of department store. And in the basement, our main character finds the entrance to the back rooms and basically wants to explore it. And because it's so unique, dark, and interesting, it seems to be something that he's really curious about and he wants to explore it. He tells other people about it, and yeah, again, it's a huge maze, and traveling into the back rooms, it's really dark and things go wrong. And, I don't know whether our characters are going to get lost, killed. It seems really dark and like a huge mystery of a film. So I haven't played the games. I know a little bit about it, based off YouTubers playing them, but it looks really cool. I'm definitely hyped up to see it. Scary Movie 6, coming out June 5th. This one kind of goes without saying, for me at least. I'm really keen to see this. I know it'll be corny humor, dry humor, a little bit silly, but for a lot of the other films, they're probably in the 50-50 section. But for this one, I am really keen to see this. I had no idea they were doing this until last year. A mate of mine, we've seen these movies and we've ended up having some awesome laughs. So this one looks really cool. It seems to be making fun of all the recent films that have come out recently, like The Substance, Smile, even like Scream. They're bringing back the weird ghost face killer. It seems to be breaking down Megan, Longlegs, just stuff like that. But, bringing out the comedic side of these concepts. So it looks like the original cast members are back in this one. I'm really keen to see it. I think it'll be stupid, funny, but ultimately a good movie. I will definitely see this in cinemas, 100%. I can't say this movie will be for everyone, but for me, with my opinion, I am definitely hyped up to see this one. Coming out on October 9th, we have Other Mummy.
I'm your other mother, silly.
This, from what I've heard, seems to be Hereditary meets Coraline. Equals Satisfied Isaac, essentially. That sounds great. I love both of those films. Coraline was a childhood favorite. I'll definitely talk about that in another video. And Hereditary was an awesome recent film. There doesn't seem to be a trailer that I could find for this movie, but it seems like a young girl with parents that are having problems finds some kind of entity in the house, which she calls Other Mummy. And slowly but surely, the entity haunts the little girl and her family, and things just become increasingly terrifying for the family. So I don't know if it'll be some kind of the entities trying to convince the child that it's safe to go with the entity, and then ultimately try and possess the young girl or something. I don't know what the overall aim of the entity is, but it sounds really cool, but it could go really wrong. I hope this is a good movie. If they do it right, it'll definitely be awesome, and I will definitely be keen to see it. But the problem is, right now, I don't know enough about it. I think on paper it sounds good, but anything on paper can sound good. But when it comes to the delivery, we might be a little bit shocked and it might turn out really crappy. So I'm going to say the 50-50 section here. I really, honest to God, I really hope this comes out and it's just awesome. I'm hoping for another like low key occult classic. I don't think it'll happen, but I could be wrong. And honest to God, I hope I'm wrong. So other mummy 50-50. Yeah, enough said. Next movie, we've got Apex coming out on April 24th. It's a Netflix one, which some people would say not keen for, but honestly, I am. I am. If Netflix drops a film, it's either going to be fine, whatever, just go with it, or it's going to be pretty good. We've all been disappointed before. We've all been surprised before. I like that this one's not a theater experience. It's just dropping on Netflix. That sounds really fun. I am going to say tickets purchased because I have Netflix. There's no reason why I don't see myself ultimately watching this. It seems to be about like an adrenaline junkie, and she is chasing basically a river. She wants to, I guess, like canoe through it or something. In Australia, in the outback, and she finds out that this menacing kind of river isn't the only thing that's out for blood, and there is this guy that she's talking to at a bar or something, and then she randomly sees him in the bush, and he's got like a speaker and he's playing a song, and by the end of the song, he will basically kill her. So he says the song's playing, the song's just started playing, and he goes, by the end of this song, I'm gonna hunt you down and murder you. So the song's starting out, she runs for her life, and then 2 minutes and however long later, he starts running after her with a rifle and, you know, a bunch of weapons. And so it seems to be like, yeah, like some kind of like hunt for another human kind of film, but in the outback. So yeah, it doesn't seem like anything that is really original. I mean, you know, there's The Hunt, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are other movies where people are hunting other humans. So it's not original, but in the outback and with a pretty decent cast, it seems like it'll be enough for me. I'm keen to see this one. July 24th, Evil Dead Burn. We don't have a plot given to us just yet for what this one's about. But Evil Dead, I like the series. They're either fine, great movies, cool, or they're awesome. So I liked Rise. If this comes out to cinemas, I'm sure I'll see it. Again, we can't really talk about it that much because we don't have a trailer, we don't have any information on it. But Evil Dead Burn, there's a chainsaw, it's on fire. There's obviously going to be, you know, demons, and it sounds like a lot of fun just from looking at the poster. So I'm keen to see it. Obviously, we don't know enough about it. It's either going to be crap or pretty good.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Next up, we have Clayface, and according to IMDb, we have a September 11th release, but I also have October 23rd for a possible Australia release. So I'm not sure, but October, September, still in the back half of this year. I'm really keen for this one. I know we haven't really put anything in here yet, but there is definitely some coming. Um, Clayface is a villain from Batman, and I love the DC Gotham Batman kind of universe, so I have to put it there. It seems to be like it's some kind of body horror kind of theme that they're focusing on for this one. We don't have a plot yet. We have no premise, nothing written down. There's no trailer, no information, but going off the idea of doing a horror movie based off a Batman villain, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So if that one comes out, I hope it's good. I hope it comes out in September because then we don't have to wait as long. Clayface, I'm sure it'll be good. If it's not, I'll be very disappointed. Next up, we've got Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And before you ask, this is not Brandon Fraser. This seems to be about a journalist and, you know, that this seems to be about a journalist and another member of the family who have a. This seems to be This seems to be about a young girl who is tragically disappears, is announced as dead, and the grieving family, shockingly, 8 years later, find out that she's still alive, and all seems really well, and then it becomes a living nightmare or something. I I've heard mixed reviews for this one. Some people are saying it's fine, it's a decent attempt. Other people are saying, oh. So I'm not really sure what I'll think. I honestly am not keen to see it. I'm sure I'll probably see it at some stage, but I've heard enough people, and probably majority people, say it's probably not worth paying for. So if it comes to like streaming services, I'll probably give it a go, but I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. And to my knowledge, this one is currently out in cinemas. I believe it came out on the 17th or 18th of April, probably even earlier in Australia. But it's currently in cinemas, so, if you want to go watch it, sure, go watch it. Let me know your thoughts. Personally, I'm not keen, but I could be wrong. And I hope I am. I always hope I'm wrong. If I'm not keen for a movie and then it turns out to be a new banger hit, at least I've got another option for another comfort watch. So I'm all for it, but unfortunately, for me and my tastes and what I've heard, I'm probably not going to see this one. There's not much motivation to. On the 14th of August, we have End of Oak Street. I am super keen to see this one. I am going to have to put it on tickets purchased. Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, so peak cast there. This seems to be, you've got a neighborhood, and for whatever reason, it spawns into a new environment that is surrounded by dinosaurs. So it seems to be a family kind of group navigating a new world and trying to survive a bunch of dinosaurs. So it looks cool. It looks visually stunning. I think the budget for this one's going to be off the charts. I'm definitely keen to see this. I think this is going to be a great cinema experience. I could be wrong, but it looks good. So tickets purchased for me. I reckon I'm going to see this. Also, I just realized I left a light on behind me in my background, my backdrop, and it was creating some kind of weird interference with the green screen. I don't think I can edit that out. I will try, but I've just turned it off now. So hopefully it's not too bad at the start of the video, but yeah, bear with me. This next one, we've got Passenger coming up on the 22nd of May. 50-50 for me. It seems to be about some kind of demon waiting on the road, on the side of the road, in some kind of American forest type area of the world. And the demon basically haunts people that are along this road, and it takes them. So obviously people are always going on road trips, and unfortunately for these people traveling on this specific road during the night, they are never seen again. This looks fine. I'm sure I'll probably end up seeing it, but I don't know enough about it, and it looks cool, but yeah, I could be wrong. I think if there's some kind of, storytelling like reason behind it, and we find that everything makes sense and it's like a satisfying ending, then I'm sure it'll be a good movie, but they'll have to land that for me first. So 50-50 for this one. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. And lastly, we have Werewolf or Werewolf. Um, 50-50. This is Robert Edgers. And if you don't know, he directed Nosferatu. And we've got similar cast members from Nosferatu in this one. Such as Lily Rose Depp and Willem Dafoe. So that's exciting. That's always exciting. I love Willem Dafoe. But yeah, this seems to be Nosferatu, but with a werewolf, and not a vampire. So same kind of vibe, as Nosferatu, but with a werewolf. I'm all for it. I like that. I'm on Team Werewolf. I do love vampires, with that said, but yeah, werewolves are awesome. Yeah, it seems to be that, it's kind of like the same kind of concept. You've got like a village, and these people are being terrorized by some kind of ancient supernatural evil, that lurks around and kills them, and that is a werewolf. So apparently it's a bit of a body horror, a bit of a gore fest, which I'm all for. I hope it is exciting and builds a lot of suspense throughout the film. Apparently it's coming out on Christmas Day this year, December 25th. It's either for me going to be a hit or miss, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch it. I might watch it, I might not. I didn't see Nosferatu. I heard some people liked it. I heard some people didn't. It seems to be depending on people's taste. Some people like that kind of movie, some people don't. I don't know which one I am. I could be one of those people, I might not be. So yeah, it could be a bit of a watch. I will have to eventually get to Nosferatu to find out. If I end up seeing Nosferatu and I like it a lot, or I just like it, I'm sure I'll probably watch this. But if I get to it and I don't like it, I don't think I'll give this one a go, unfortunately. But guys, that's it. 15 movies. You know how it is by now. We rank them. This is my thoughts. If you have any thoughts, please let me know. If you disagree or agree with my listing, and my thoughts here, please let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.